What if the life you've been told to aspire to is quietly making you miserable? There's an insidious thought that has been planted in your mind. A block, a gravitational well, a form of quiet brainwashing that stops you from truly living. Maybe you felt it. That the old dreams, the aspirations, the idealized visions of how life should be, how your life should be, are starting to fade. As though those ideals are poisoned, and that poison slowly turns everything grey, uninspired, meaningless. If that's you, then you're not alone. In this video, we'll explore why so many people feel quietly dissatisfied with modern life, and why that dissatisfaction might actually be the beginning of something important. Perhaps counterintuitively, these feelings are actually a good sign. It means that somewhere deep down, you're no longer willing to accept the framework for life that's been imposed upon you. That sense what you've been told will never truly make you happy. That life is worth more than this. That your life could be more. So what is the basis of the character of the West today? What is the template that we're given for a life well lived? Naturally, this varies from country to country, but it is difficult to deny that across much of the Western world, culture has increasingly been shaped by individualism and consumerism. The defining characteristics of Western culture today revolve around wealth, status, narcissistic self-expression, atomization, extreme individualism, and self-indulgence. What happened to the wondrous European culture, the great civilizations of history, of ancient Greece, Rome, the Enlightenment, the Renaissance? In truth, they are still there. Go to any European city and you'll find the remnants of those great civilizations in the architecture, the art, the philosophy, and even in subtle ways within the people themselves. But something has changed. These traditions have become latent, hidden, suppressed, overshadowed by a culture of consumerism and hyper-individualism that now stretches across much of the modern world. And yet, all is not lost. In fact, the quiet longing and dissatisfaction that may have brought you to this video is itself a sign that something deeper is stirring. Many people are yearning for something different, something more meaningful, something grounded, something more real. But the task before us is not an easy one, and there's something even more insidious about this story. If you're like me, you grew up in an era of television shows like Friends, Frasier, and others like them, shows that presented a kind of idealized life. And what's interesting is that psychologists have long known that repeated exposure to media subtly shapes how we think life is supposed to look. Over time, these images quietly form expectations in our minds about friendship, success, relationships, careers, and happiness. To an adolescent mind especially, these images can leave deep and often unconscious impressions. They create a target, an objective, a subtle message that this is how life should be. Great friendships, beautiful people, successful careers, no money worries, status, respect, material comfort. It all sounds good, doesn't it? Who wouldn't want those things? But of course, life is rarely that simple. And the psychological cost of striving towards goals that have no real basis in reality, goals that are largely artificial can be profound. We begin to feel unsuccessful, unfulfilled, dissatisfied, as though we've somehow failed. Yet in reality, we may simply be chasing an image that was never real in the first place. Even more tragically, we can spend our most precious resource, our time, pursuing these elusive ideals, wasting enormous amounts of our potential in the process. The truth is that only a tiny minority of people ever truly win the game that modern culture presents to us. We are led to believe that great success, wealth, status, and prestige are attainable if we simply strive hard enough. But the system is structured such that these outcomes remain rare. And what greater tragedy could there be than spending your life chasing a dream that was never truly attainable? What thoughts pass through the mind of a man on his deathbed when this realization finally dawns? But there is still time. This moment can become the first step toward rejecting these limited dreams, these insidious fantasies that quietly shape the direction of our lives. And once you reject them, something important becomes possible. You can begin asking a deeper question. Not how to win the game that modern culture presents to you, but what a human life is actually for. And once that question is asked seriously, something interesting begins to happen. The search for a different framework for living begins almost naturally. Project Renaissance is an attempt to rediscover a different way of living. And it takes inspiration from the great minds and cultures of the past, offering a roadmap towards a different way of living. An alternative framework that has the genuine potential to lead to lives that are happier, more fulfilled, and more fully realized. Project Renaissance provides that roadmap. A channel exploring how to build a deeper, more meaningful life in this modern world. You can explore it further by visiting the website and downloading the Project Renaissance Maxims, a set of principles and practices designed to help guide the cultivation of a life that is truly worth living. The question is simple. What kind of life do you want to live? If you're ready to explore a different answer, then your Renaissance begins here.